Hi, I'm Rob Clarke, Clarkey Contracting. Floatation is arguably the most important component of a dock or a float. I mean, what good is it if it doesn't stay afloat? Today, I'm going to explain the different types of flotation used in the small craft harbor facilities and what to do when you encounter a problem. Keeping the floats floating can be an ongoing challenge for any harbor authority. Doing daily visual checks and monthly inspections allows you to find a problem and address it. And for safety, don't forget to wear your PFD or life jacket when necessary. There are three main types of flotation used in small craft harbor facilities. First, we have an EPS foam, which is an expanded polystyrene foam. It's usually encapsulated, or the new modern way of wrapping it in an HDPE envelope. This type of flotation offers great buoyancy and does not initially take on water if it becomes compromised. However, the main drawback is environmental problems if the billet starts to break down. Nobody likes to see little foam particles floating around. Another type of flotation used is the polyethylene tank, or poly tank. They're very easy to install, strong, and durable. Small ones like this are good for correcting a list or for just adding flotation in. But due to their size, they often require extra bracing. Another type of flotation used is the fiberglass covered plywood pontoon. They're very common in small craft harbor facilities. They're strong, durable, and quite easy to install. The problem with this type of flotation is the internal structure remains wet when you sink it, move it in, and pump it out. That's going to lead to rot. So how do you know if your floats aren't floating right? You need to take some measurements. Freeboard is a measurement of flotation. It's the distance from the ocean all the way up to a specific point on the dock. I usually use the area at the top of the edge stringer between the safety ladders for easy access. Flotation issues can arise from a variety of reasons. Tanks, pontoons, and billets can become compromised from things like a log being caught between a vessel and the dock as it's mooring, or from things like marine borers. If you find a flotation issue during one of your routine inspections, you need to find out why is the float not floating right. So, you walk along, look down in between the cracks of the boards, and see if you can find one of the bungs. Once a bung has been located, record the location in your logbook, but don't record it from something like the bow of Steve's boat. Make sure you do it from a fixed point. Now, expose it. I've seen hatches, covers, all sorts of identifiers to indicate where the bung is, but generally, I just use a good stainless steel screw and take the whole board off. Now the board's off, we need to open the bung and have a look inside. Take a good light and some sort of measuring stick or a dipstick and see what you got in there. If you find small amounts of water, it can generally be pumped out with just using a good wet dry shop vac. Don't forget your GFCI power supply. You want to do your best to get out all the water that's in there. I've even heard of some staff putting some sponges on the end of a string and draping them around in there to get it all out. If you find a large amount of water, that usually means that the tank is compromised and it needs to be swapped out for a new one. That's a simple process. 3 stages really. Sink the old one, pull it out, sink a new one, put it in, pump or dry. Damage can occur to tanks, pontoons, or billets at any time, so consider having an extra one on standby just in case. Don't forget, record all your work in your flotation logbook. Having your logbook in a spreadsheet allows for quick comparisons. Staying on top of flotation issues is an important role for any harbor staff. Using a detailed inspection checklist with designated freeboard measurement points on each float allows the staff to recognize any problem and investigate it right away. I'm Rob Clarke, Clarkey Contracting.